You're watching PTV.
Kmart's World of Christmas is for everyone. For your dad who loves a Western. For your wife who loves Fred Astaire. For the sports fan, the music lover you love, and the kids who want cartoons. Beta and VHS Fuji tape lets them enjoy their favorites again and again. Merry Christmas from Fuji and Kmart. During Kmart's World of Christmas, you can win a Walt Disney World family vacation.
You can't do better than Kmart, the saving place.
PTV Live Holiday Edition is brought to you by our patrons. Kristin Kohs at the Sanctuary in Pleasant Hill, California. Gene G. Jr. Christi Turner. CandyMom 15. On the Porch with Todd and Ken. Matt and Tyler. Bay Area Doors. Chili Willy's Smokehouse Barbecue. Let's Celebrate TV. And The Orlando Guy.
You're watching PTV Live Holiday Edition. Starring Arnie De Herrera, Doug Silva, Ben De Herrera, and Sherry Ketzel. Featuring all your favorite Christmas crafts with Sherry. Holiday drink recipes and holiday home decorating tips from the boys. holiday shopping, and so much more. It's time now for PTV Live.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PTV Live Holiday Edition. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
2 days to Christmas, and Ben and Sherry, you look like you're in a different place. What's going on?
We are at.
I feel like Chatty.
Yeah,
Different place today.
yeah. We're at Sherry's daughter's home, and we're up here to celebrate Christmas. You guys will be joining us tomorrow.
Yes, we are driving up tomorrow, so we're looking forward to it. And
In the front-wheel drive sleigh, which we're getting serviced. Last 2 days, both of our cars have been serviced and car drama. But that's what you get. It's cars. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, it just so happens that the room we're in is the room where Doug and Arnie will be staying, and Megan actually put the three guys' stockings up behind us, so that was kind of fun to see that they were here.
Yeah, you want to present?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
my
is
train is there.
The train is here, Doug, and then
Yay.
Arnie's music room is here.
Yeah.
And I have an elegant horn with music, and I've had this one is needlepoint. Mine is needlepoint. These are counted cross stitch.
These are counted cross stitch. I did this one.
You did that like
Arnie.
1,000 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
this was one of
old.
the first ones, and then Doug's was
It's a recent addition. It's within the last
10 years.
No, I think I got it before the pandemic.
Yeah, it's about 6 years now, something like that.
I love trains. And you cursed a lot. That was a curse.
This one drove me crazy because of the different shades of
Just the
green in those
green.
trees.
Yeah.
And then Ben's is a needlepoint one that was one of the first needlepoint ones I did, and I'm actually working on a new one for him to have at our house.
Yeah, this one is a definite antique. I think I've had this one since I was in my 20s.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I am seeing this. John and Danielle, of course, they are with hit or miss Hallmark
love
movie
them.
reviews. They're saying that it hasn't stopped snowing in Ontario.
Oh,
They're getting a proper white Christmas this year.
I'm so jealous.
Wow.
We have been super overcast for like the past 4 or 5 days. Very Seattle. I've been loving my mental health is at 100%. I like it drooly and dark and gray. So trust me, this weather has been superior. No blue
It has been
skies.
nice.
It's been very nice. And it's been
Yeah.
damp and cold and
Yeah,
the weather
It's been normal weather.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Normal weather
it's
for us.
I happened to come up here on Sunday, and I was afraid of the valley fog, and the worst fog I had was in the Oakland Hills when I first started. So
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
I had a good window for travel.
we're
Great.
supposed to get rain tonight into tomorrow morning, and we probably around noon is when it's supposed to clear up. So we're gonna probably hit some inclement weather.
Yeah, we probably.
But we got Hallmark to talk about, Christmas Eve to talk about.
We have a lot to
and-
talk about, but first we're going to check out where Chatty is. Like Sherry said, she feels like Chatty. Let's check out where Chatty is. There he is. He's on the Orlando Guy nostalgia tree. That's where he belongs.
That's his natural habitat.
Yes, it is.
Why is he not by a Bubba Light?
He
I'm very
came home to
disappointed.
roost.
Oh, sorry, Sherry.
He came home to roost.
He did.
Yeah, he's not lost and he's not staring me while I take a shower.
Okay, so yeah, Phil. Pete's asking Arnie your shirt. My favorite color is Christmas lights.
I designed that. It's gonna be. We're gonna start a T-shirt, a print shop. You know those T-shirt spring places. I'm gonna put my swag up there for people to buy.
Thank you.
He's all.
It's just been a tad busy so far.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get rid of Chatty.
Yeah. Okay.
We got
Well,
enough of him.
you know, the thing is that we're not going to just get rid of Chatty. We're going to make a cocktail.
Okay.
It's,
Cool.
it's time. Doug's going to run and get our shot glass because it's not here on the desk. But tonight, we're going to be making Santa's milk and cookies. Doug was talking about this cocktail a couple weeks ago, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and make a Santa's milk and cookies. I'll go ahead and give you the cocktail cam. Here we go. Now you'll see there right here.
Well, the one I had was Santa milk and cookies I had like 24 years ago
This
in San Francisco.
This is a sugar cookie that Doug just made.
Well, not today,
Yeah, but
but they're magically delicious.
there's Jim.
Can we get some more sunshine, please?
Jim's show is on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. He's taking a break this week because it is Christmas Eve, but we'll be back on New Year's Eve. So welcome, Jim. We're going to start with this cocktail. We're going to make two of them because, you know, we both want a cocktail tonight. We're going to start with vodka.
Tub o' vodka.
Yes. The typical vodka from Costco. And this one takes...
Considering that Doug is always talking about Santa's milk and cookies and how good a drink it is.
Oh, it was amazing. I will never forget that experience.
It is half an ounce of vodka.
This is not exactly the same one, but it's the one I
had.
had.
Many variations of it. So this one happens to be one that I found that I said, yeah, let's try this one.
I had it.
Okay.
I think I had it in... Oh, God, it was 24 years ago. I think I had 3 of those suckers.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and put in the Bailey's cream now, too. So this is going to be an ounce in each of the glasses. So we've got Bailey's original Irish cream. And we're going to put an ounce in each one.
How big is the vodka bottle that you have, and how long have you had it?
We got this.
We've had that bottle probably about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I think we got it pretty much, you know, when the pandemic was opening up. Probably 3 years.
Now this one starts to look very much like coffee.
Creamy.
I'm going to put in half ounce of Frangelico liqueur. This is a hazelnut flavored liqueur. And it always looks like...
I love it, but a little goes a long way.
Looks like a monk. Because of the little waist thing. I'm going to put a half ounce in each glass of the Frangelico.
Yeah, to me, a little goes a long way.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
I don't mind it. It can overpower me. I want it just to be the essence of it.
Well, it's like liquid Nutella.
Pretty much. And then you're supposed to top the glass with just plain old milk. Doesn't matter what type. You could do fat-free if you want to, or we're doing 1% in this case because that's what we have in the fridge.
Yes, I'm a 4-year-old. I have my morning cereal every single morning. How much you put in it?
Oh, just a few, like 2 or 3 ounces.
Okay, that's enough.
That's not
When
much.
did you guys go to Safeway?
I went to Safeway last week. It's by my office.
Okay.
And then you complete the experience of Santa's milk and cookies. Here is the milk. And then we have the cookie, which is this wonderful...
Oh, this is actually very good. It only need...
We actually do have heavy cream in the...
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't need it.
It's okay.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. Okay, let me give it a try. You want to try some sugar cookie too?
Of course.
Reverse creamy method. Oh my gosh, that's delicious. Sherry, I think you would actually like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you would like that one. Let me try a little cookie with it.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you.
Does anybody know what the reverse creamy method is?
No.
Okay.
Dust?
The reverse creamy method in baking.
Okay.
What is it?
Hold on. I've got a request here. Paul Eichenlove is asking me to dunk the cookie.
Oh, you don't want to sully your drink up.
But it's good.
It's delicious. I would do that. I would get my chocolate one and put the chocolate one in that. Warm up my little chocolate cookies.
Yeah.
Do you get napkins? Or we're sharing?
No, I don't have it.
Would you be able to use a JoJo in a pinch?
I'm not a big JoJo fan, honestly.
Okay, I'm
Big Crunch.
I am highlighting this comment.
Speaking of cookies.
Speaking of cookies, we want more of those cookies you sent us.
Oh, they're delicious,
Because
aren't they?
Let's Celebrate TV is one of our sponsors. They were at a sponsorship level where they received jam. They received baked goods from us.
I hope the ornament you're getting have gotten, or it's going to be coming soon. It's the whole mail thing.
Yeah.
You got the ornament, the jam, and you got cookie.
And we
The ornament
The
is
ornament
mailed.
was mailed out on Friday morning.
Is that when you left?
Yeah.
when they should
probably
they should be receiving it this week. Okay. The only thing that we have to do though, guys, Pete and Phil of Let's Celebrate TV, contact us. We have a private Zoom call to do with you. So let's get that taken care of.
Yeah, we got to do that still.
Oh, they did not get the ornament yet. It is
Pony
it's in the mail.
Express, so it's first class.
It is in transit, so it's coming. All right.
Be kind to our post people because they've been abused.
I am glad that we have a cocktail in hand because
we got to talk about 32 movies.
It's time to discuss the latest Hallmark movie from their countdown to Christmas. Let's take care of that.
Number 32.
Hey, D&G. Thank you so much. They're listening. Their show is usually live on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
This Wednesday.
This week is Christmas. They're taking the week off to celebrate the holiday. So, happy holidays. Mia finds herself unexpectedly navigating the holidays alone. I wouldn't say unexpectedly.
No.
She was doing that intentionally. She was much of a recluse as far as I could see. Waking up in bed with potato chips and things in her sheets, like, ugh. As the only one working, she's drawn into an unusual encounter where she encounters a stray dog.
A wet stray dog.
Unsure of how to handle the situation, she crosses paths with Max, a dog shelter owner. Mia agrees to let Max's ailing dog find solace with her newfound companion. And see, Max's dog wasn't sick either.
No.
This description is very bad.
Stupid. Okay, enough of it.
Enough with that
new people.
Yeah, enough with that description. It starred Jessica Alondis and Ezra Moreland. Ezra Moreland was the winner of the Finding Mr. Christmas contest on Hallmark Plus.
Right.
So, kind of like Top Chef or Project Runway. It's an elimination competition show.
Have you seen it at all?
Have not seen any of it.
I've seen the first couple of episodes.
Does it remind you of The Bachelor at the end? Or, I mean, throughout the whole thing.
Okay, you're talking to someone who doesn't watch reality television. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying the guys always taking off their shirts, always competing, always talking about how good they are at certain things. And
well, I could see why, because they purposely had him take off his shirt in this movie. So that probably was written in it because they needed to have him half naked. So
they did not need to have him half naked.
No, they did. If that was part of the find. See, the point of it is finding Mr. Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They failed.
No,
He's
no,
good.
No.
He failed.
No. They did not fail at their show. They did find Mr. Christmas. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, the script for this movie was not a Christmas movie.
So
when they say they find Mr. Christmas, he really needed to be in a Christmas movie. This was not it.
They failed at that. They did not put him in a Christmas movie.
Okay, first of all, you have to clarify. It was a Christmas movie in the lineup for Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas. There were Christmas elements in the film. Overall, the story could have been done at any time of the year, and it felt like Christmas was wedged into the film.
It felt like it was an afterthought.
Yes.
So the story goes, Max owns a struggling nonprofit dog shelter. Mia tries to take the stray dog that she finds to drop off the dog, thinking that she'll take it there and she'll be done with it. And he tells her, no, that's not how it works. And then she agrees to keep the dog at home. He goes to evaluate her place, and he sees everything wrong with it, begins to fix things. It just takes off from there.
Oh.
It's a
It's just, it wasn't
Okay,
good.
that explains some elements of why they did what they did in the Finding Mr. Christmas competition.
Yes. That's what I was
I'll just-
reading. So I read the comments.
If you
That-
want to finish watching it, you can.
Well, I'm going to finish watching it.
yeah. I want to watch Finding Mr. Christmas as well.
I actually read the comments, and then they actually did everything he did in Mr. Christmas he was supposed to do in the movie. Act a certain way, take off his shirt, and do it. It's actually, I found Hallmark in this group. I went down this rabbit hole. And it was specifically made, this was all a specialty movie. It wasn't Christmas, as in a Finding Mr. Christmas, as they just threw him at Mr. Christmas time. And if you were a big animal lover,
Okay.
this movie was great. I ended up going from a 3 down to a 1. I did not like it.
This film, it was not a good film. It was not an awful film. It was, I would say, meh. It was a middle of the road, typical Hallmark, filled with tropes. You expect those, of course, but that was okay. But look at Daniela. She said that it was subpar at best, not a cringe as I thought it would be, but not great. We watched the movie live. We did a watch party as a surprise on Saturday night, so we all discovered this film together
live.
And yeah, it was definitely a filler movie, as Paul says.
And I grade these movies, all 32, based on Christmas. So my standards are absolutely different from the rest of the year. So on Sunday morning, I went through the list of every single one, and I measured them on level of Christmassy. This was the movie out of all of them that had the less Christmas out of all of them. This was really not even a Christmas movie. I mean, it was the lowest. There were some that were very loosely Christmas that were really bad. This one, going every single one, and I was clicking on all the movies, this was the worst in being Christmas, so I gave it a 1.
I disagree with you on that. I would say Private Princess Christmas has
Was
less
worse.
Christmas than Happy Holidays.
I would agree with that.
I would disagree with that because they actually were doing more Christmassy kind of stuff, even though it wasn't a Christmas movie. But they were doing more Christmas. They were having stuff that was Christmassy. And they actually, if you really go back, they were actually doing Christmassy stuff. And this one, there was really nothing Christmassy about it.
Okay, John's saying I can deal with middle of the road, which it was. I thought Jessica looked more confident than ever.
Okay.
It's nice to see her back. Last time I believe we saw her, she was in the movie Christmas at Pemberley Manor. That's the last one I remember seeing her. And that was about 6 years ago. So it was good to see her again. But yeah, no Christmas is no Christmas.
No, I mean,
that is what John said.
There was no Christmas. Like, really no Christmas.
But one thing I will say, though, and that is that they did have a dog element in this movie. And unlike other films where they have like specialty things like a Christmas carousel, for instance, where they have the actual name of the item and the name of the film, and then they pretty much disregard it for about an hour and 50 minutes of the film. They featured the dogs a lot in this movie.
The dogs were prominent characters in the film.
It was about the love of the dogs.
That was fine. But with the...
No, it was a dog movie.
Mia was trying to find herself after 2 years of struggling, bouncing from place to place after having a traumatic experience in a hospital setting where she was a doctor, treating a patient on the operating table. It turned out to be a very ugly situation. She walked away from that. And during this film, she diagnosed a dog with some kind of problem. It turned out
Skin disease.
The dog had psoriasis.
Paul, I love you. Doug is right. It was a dog movie. Very, very, very dog-centric. Very love-you-ary. It's about the love, passion of these dogs. And for people who own dogs.
And
if
that's
you
fine.
are a dog owner, you're going to love this movie. So it was for people who own fur babies. And it was about these two dogs really liking each other. It had nothing to do with Christmas.
But overall, it wasn't a terrible film. Wasn't a great film. Wasn't a terrible film. I gave it 5 gold crowns.
Okay. Ben gave it 5.
I gave it 1 because it was not a Christmas, and I'm going on Christmas standards.
And I gave
Not because it was a mediocre movie. That's Lovuary.
Oh, okay. I gave it a 2, simply because I found it to be one of those films that I would never watch again. 5 is a score that I reserve for a film that I will say, if it's on, I'll give it another view. But this one, I just didn't watch. Now, I know that our Hallmark savant, Paul Eichenlaub, gave it 2 Ben Burritos, which equates to, on our scale, 4 gold crowns.
That's generous.
So, it had been 2.5,
I'm gonna have to
Ben.
watch it.
Yeah,
It's
Sherry,
recorded.
give it a watch. See what you think. The
If
acting.
you love a lot of wet dog,
the acting.
you'll love this movie.
The acting was stilted, but that was on his part.
Yeah.
Of course, he's a new actor and just trying to feel his way out. Jessica,
Yeah, just so you know, his IMDb profile for Internet Movie Database has 1 self credit and 1 acting credit. Both are Hallmark for Finding Mr. Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
So that's the only experience he has in front of cameras.
yeah,
I mean,
No, in front of filming. He is a professional model.
yeah.
yeah,
Now,
he's a model.
yeah. Now I can say, I don't fault him at all.
No.
He won a contest, and so I know his acting chops will get better with practice. It always does.
Yeah, and the thing is, there were guys that were competing that had acting backgrounds. They just didn't come across the way. In fact,
It wasn't a good fit for the others.
yeah, in fact, one of them came off of a tour of Hamilton.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was everything from that kind.
It
to
was
those-
a broad range of
Yeah.
backgrounds for all the
Yeah.
guys that competed in the contest. And Ezra won. And I'm going to finish watching the show to see why he was able to pull that off.
Now, I like what Mara said here. Paul, she's asking Paul, is it a dog movie with Christmas sprinkles? Yeah, I would say
let
that
me-
is the case.
Let me ask
Dull.
you something. Was there a kissing scene in?
At the
This
very
scene-
end.
Well, there was an almost kiss halfway through.
Yeah, but the kiss
Okay.
was at the very end.
And people
And
were
then
having a
go on.
common.
It was
Yeah.
It was not a film that needed a kiss meter.
No. And people were commenting on it that they did not have no chemistry. That was and Hallmark even recognized that his acting was off, and these two had 0 chemistry. And Hallmark Channel said, yes, we're still working with the actor, and we also noticed that the chemistry was not there. Hallmark said this.
Okay, but you see, they probably had Jessica lined up for the film, throwing the actor in without doing any type of testing prior to the movie.
What does she look like?
She's
Do
a
you
singer.
remember the woman, the lead of Christmas at Pemberley Place?
Pemberley Manor.
She was, or Pemberley Manor. Remember the I'll find a
Michael
picture.
Michael Ratty. Show her
Yeah,
a picture
keep on-
on the break. Right
Yeah.
now, the Eichenlaub Ben Burrito average ends up at a 2.8,
Almost 3.
almost 3
Out of 5.
out of 5. Yes.
That's
But if you
6,
take a look at
7.
our Gold Crown average for all the films during the countdown to Christmas, it ended up being a 6. Not bad, considering that there were some real stinkers in this bunch.
But you know what? This year was better than last year. I know last year we were coming out of a strike. This was actually a very good year. So kudos
yeah.
to it.
Well, okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. Take a look. I asked people to send pictures of their Christmas decor and trees. And yes, we got some. So check out the virtual forest that we've put together for this episode. We'll be right back. We'll do some cleanup, and then we will come back with probably more crap delivery. You're watching PTV Live Holiday Edition.
Ryan, look.
This holiday, Hallmark brings a family tradition to life with an exclusive pop-up book edition of The Night Before Christmas, complete with a coloring book and Wilfred Brimley narrating the story on cassette tape.
'Twas the night before Christmas.
All for just $4.95 with any $10 Hallmark purchase. Only at participating Hallmark stores. Look for them in Sunday's newspaper.
Thanks, Mom.
And start a tradition of your own.
This holiday season, JCPenney cares more about the way you look.
Happy.
Satisfied.
Relaxed.
So we're giving you more service.
We're stocking up and staffing up.
We're offering you somewhere else to turn for gifts you don't find in the store.
And no hassle returns at all 1,300 stores.
With all we're doing to keep you smiling
and saving,
you'll see why the best place to spend this holiday season is
JCPenney.
And now, another decorating tip from Pepper Tree Villa. Here at PTV, we collect ornaments throughout the year. So instead of just keeping them in a bag or a box waiting for the trees to come out at Christmas time, we put them here on a tree that we keep out all year long. Usually we have this decorated for various holidays, but this year we did something different. We decided to display all the ornaments we pick up throughout the year so that we can enjoy them while we wait for the holiday season to approach. So now on September 16th, we'll be able to start taking ornaments from this tree and putting them on the trees throughout the Christmas forest. If you have a lot of ornaments that you collect through the year, I suggest doing the same. Get yourself a tree just like this so you can enjoy them all year long while you wait for Christmas. And that's another decorating tip from Pepper Tree Villa.
You're watching PTV.
And we're back. Wow.
We're trying to be like all the other commercials when you're on a commercial break. The volume is very, very, very high and they scream and yell at you. And then your regular, they did that during cable TV, went through the law.
I'll work on balancing the audio a little better on that. So
we have to be like everybody else.
Anyway, okay. Ben, Sherry, I don't think that you received anything in more crap or more holiday crap delivery, do you?
Did we get our
Not that I want to share because I did receive something today, but it's the stocking stuff for later this week.
Yeah, I got the last of my presents during the week. Oh, I'm very disappointed because there was a present for Arnie, Jeremy, Doug, the grandson, and the granddaughter. 5 that didn't come in and probably won't be here until
after Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then let's go ahead and go through more
Arnie,
Christmas.
do you want me? I mean, you know about it already.
No, let's go ahead and start the segment, though.
Okay.
Okay, we were actually waiting.
Speaking of more crap delivery, did you get my tree?
Yeah, it's in the garage.
Yeah, it's in the garage.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
great.
Yeah, Ben has a new tree that he's going to be using that we picked that up this last week. So I can't show that to you, but
balsamhill.com. Berkshire Mountain Hathaway tree.
Speaking of trees, let's do that. Have our lights on. Anyway, yeah, so Ben, you have a new Berkshire Mountain fir arriving, or it has arrived. It's now sitting here in the garage waiting for you.
Nice.
There's another package that we were hoping was going to be here in time for the show, but we'll tell you about it anyway. It's on its way. Amazon has not yet delivered it, but it's
Almond extract.
Yeah, what brand?
From Sonoma County. I've been trying to do research on really good almond extract. I don't want I don't want McCormick. I've used Watkins and Nielsen Massey, which is excellent, by the way. But a little tad expensive. And I don't care about the price, but I want almond that tastes like marzipan.
Okay, I'm going to present. Ben, you seem to be shocked about something. What's going on?
We are.
Yeah, look at
what
Christy made a posting.
Yeah, something about they shipped last year. This 2025 ornaments already. It's in the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I read that.
Oh no.
That's a wonderful sneak peek. Did you get to see them?
No, I hope not.
Oh, I hope so. See, I read the last chapter of the book first, so
yeah.
So I need to know what I'm getting myself into. Did you get to see any of them?
We'll be getting updated on everything new ornaments for 2025 soon enough.
Yeah.
We've got another 4 months to wait for those. We're okay.
Yeah. Being that we are both members of the Keepsake Ornament Club, we receive our copy of the Dream Book ahead of time. And so I'll be ready to go to turn my list into our local Hallmark store as soon as possible.
We were doing it Easter. Easter was very early this year. Ben was over. And Easter night, after we were dinner, we were sitting at the table. Ben, Arnie, and I were going through doing their wish list on March 30th, on Easter night, getting our Christmas ornaments for this year. This is how early we start. In March. We only give ourselves a sad 1 month break.
Did you see what Kristin said?
Kool-Aid Kid,
Goofy,
and Kraft Mac and Cheese. Those are ornaments?
Ooh, for 2025.
I want to know about. Well, they have a Goofy. They always have Goofy. Kraft Mac and Cheese.
Yeah, kind of.
How old is Mac and Cheese? Is it like the 100th anniversary? How old is Kraft Macaroni and Cheese?
Kraft Macaroni and Cheese dinner has been around since the 20s, I think.
1937.
Okay, she says the Goofy movie is for...
The Goofy ornament is for the Disney.
Okay, now see, this is wonderful information for more crap delivery. Thank you so much, Christy. Bravo.
When Snow White came in 1937?
Yes.
Oh, so Kraft Macaroni and Cheese and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Okay.
The same anniversary.
All right. I want to... Oh, yes, that's right.
Yes, and yours is so much more superior than Americans.
In Canada, it's called Kraft Dinner.
And we had a friend bring it down. Oh, the stuff is so much better. Ours here in America, I'm sorry, is gross.
Yeah.
Remember
Doug
we
has
taste
a high tolerance for
well, I
food.
make my own macaroni and cheese, so
I like macaroni and cheese from Kraft.
Now, I would like to take... I'd like to take a moment right now during the countdown to Christmas season here at Pepper Tree Villa. We have had several sponsors sponsor some of the Christmas trees.
Oh, you don't have to. That's very kind. It does taste better, though.
Thank you.
If you only can get them for 25 cents.
Okay. So anyway, I'd like to... we had several sponsors for the tree, for the forest this year. And I'd like to thank them all.
Oh, yeah. They've been so kind.
Did I do it here?
Nope.
There it is. Wrong slide. There we go. Cynthia Wiles. Cynthia Wiles.
Cointhia.
Gene G. Jr., Todd and Ken of On the Porch, Kristin Kohs of the Sanctuary in beautiful Pleasant Hill. We had Chili Willy's in Concord, as well as Barry Adores in Concord. Matt and Tyler from New Jersey. Christy Turner from Virginia. Let's Celebrate TV, also from New Jersey. Thanks, guys. And also the Orlando guy from Florida. All of you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You made the Christmas Forest possible this year. And we'd like to thank you very, very much.
It was so good you blew a fuse in the house. I'm serious.
Oh, yeah.
It just So it was big this year.
Yeah,
Next year,
almost.
we're plussing it in a different way. We can't
Yeah,
get
it
any
was almost
more.
too much for me this year in your living room. I'm going to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, you were not a big fan. It was a little
I was
too.
not a big fan of all those trees in the living room.
I loved it.
I loved it
Oh, it
too.
was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but it
Yeah,
was just way too much.
Oh, it's a
My,
lot.
it's a lot. I wouldn't say it was too much. It was a lot.
it was too much.
It's
No, there's never enough. It's like Alvin says in it. What do you mean too much? Let's go again. I want to make one tree bigger, and I'm going to do some other different things. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's. I think we hit our limit. When you start blowing a circuit, you've hit your limit.
But
yeah. I'm with Christy. I'm looking forward to next year's porch project.
yes, but to everyone,
The
thank
Porch
you.
project is going to be fun.
Thank you so much for the sponsorship. We really appreciate it. We're going to have one more segment before taking a break, and let's get to it. It's a taste of Christmas, and Doug was busy in the kitchen this last weekend,
9 cookies.
and this particular one is a cherry cookie with chocolate chips.
It's like a shortbread kind of cookie with
And
miniature chocolate chips.
we wanted to try it on screen.
This is two
Have you
different
never
type
had
of
it before?
recipes I put together, and it was an amazing success because I
So,
wanted a
Have
very.
you never had it before?
He's never made these before, so we wanted to try them.
It just got iced last night. Oh wow, very cherry.
Oh wow.
I love cherry.
Okay,
Oh wow.
I have a question. How close to a cherry chip cake is it?
A cherry chip cake with chocolate chips.
Yeah, I mean this tastes like a cherry chip cake.
Okay,
You'll love these.
I'm on it.
He took the icing is made with some of the cherry juice from the jar,
Extract.
cherry extract, and also cherry bitters from our bar.
Like
Okay.
2 dashes, so it's very cherry.
But yeah, it's a good shortbread. It's not too crunchy or stiff
No,
like
it's
a
soft.
regular shortbread, but it's softer.
There's a little chocolate there, and there's a little cherry there. Next
yeah.
time I'm gonna try it without the chocolate. I mean, it works perfect, but miniature chocolate chips and little maraschino cherries, the stuff that comes out of a jar that you get at a bar.
Sherry Margie says thank you.
Oh,
These
you're
are
very welcome,
amazing.
Mark.
So yeah, this is
They
definitely
actually melt in your mouth.
yeah, this is one of those cookies that's
They don't
wonderful.
crunch.
I think Doug will probably refine the recipe, and it will be included with our cookie recipe book that we're going to be doing next year.
It's very cherry.
So that, of course, the gingerbread that we tried last week will also be in that particular cookbook. So we're looking forward to putting that together and making it available to people. We're going to take another quick break here.
You've got something to share, though, before.
Oh, that's right. You did want to share something. My apologies.
Yeah, present us, please.
Turn it around the other way.
Today, while I was still working, because I'm working remotely this week, Sherry and Tom, with their grands, did a little bit of decorating, and they have miniature gingerbread houses that they did.
Oh,
Oh,
Now,
how messy
one
was
here
it?
on this one here, this is Tom's.
okay.
The back looks like, well, we'll turn it around in a bit.
Yeah. This one in the center
Is the granddaughter.
granddaughter.
The 4-year-old.
And then this
Very,
one
very good job.
is done by the grandson.
Now, I have to tell you, on his, the green gumdrop is the chimney, and this is the exhaust on the top of the house.
Oh wow.
When you go to flush, at least the plumbing will work in his house.
Okay, what does it look like on the backside?
And then in the back, he has terracotta pots with
with plants.
with plants.
Yeah,
This is
that was their husband's.
yeah, and this he did kind of just a cobblestone wall with jelly bellies.
And then this one is the granddaughter.
Here, I'll pick it up and
Yeah.
You know, the girls looks really good.
it's still kind of sticky, but that's the back of hers.
Yeah, definitely.
But a trick for you guys out there who work gingerbread houses that you don't want to eat, but you really want to decorate them. I cut I broke apart the pieces. I shaved them with a planer so that they would be flat, and then I hot glued them together.
Spoken like a true crafter.
And I hot glued them together so that they were ready for the kids to decorate. They didn't get frustrated with the walls coming down.
Okay.
You know,
Mike,
I actually
Mike,
read about that.
I love Mike Wheeler. He says, when am I expecting to get a box to try? He's talking about our cookies. He says, he's a professional blind taste tester.
Oh, I know. Hey, he can comment and work YouTube better than people who can see. About gingerbread houses, I saw someone said their gingerbread houses are done wrong. I saw someone actually do a gingerbread houses where all the pieces were flat. They had it hard over 24 hours, and then they put them all together. They decorated everything flat.
Yeah, but that's homemade gingerbread.
No, these are really, this was normal gingerbread houses that they were hard and crunchy. And they decorated it all. And then when they were all nice and hard.
I've seen that done too.
Yeah, and then they just frosted the edges and the house came together and it was perfectly prefabricated. It was actually kind of cool how they did it. So, if you're having a problem with it and your house keeps on collapsing, do it all flat and then put it all together.
Well, part of the problem with these kits is that the sides are not plumb or flush.
Exactly.
I was using a planer like crazy.
When you're buying something at Target for $4,
true.
Yeah,
you can't expect perfection.
Exactly. All right, everyone.
Did you use E6000 to put them together, you said?
No, hot glue.
Oh, I thought it was E6000.
No, I hot glued them together.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We're going to go ahead and take another quick break. We'll be right back.
I'm dry.
You're watching PTV Live Holiday Edition.
Welcome to the heartbeat of Orlando, where style beats the Sunshine State. Express your love for Orlando with our casual line of clothing, celebrating the iconic 407 area code. Feel the vibe. Wear the pride. 407 Original Brand Apparel. Available at theorlandoguy.com.
Gonna make it after all.
You're watching PTV.
It's no great secret. It's pretty simple, really. We think dashing through the snow should be fun. We cherish good times with family. Well, most of us do. We count on our holidays to be shimmering, sparkling, special. We hope to surprise someone with a perfect gift, and to be surprised by one too. That's why Pier 1 has assembled our finest holiday collection ever. Special holidays made simple, only at Pier 1 Imports.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
Those
Battery-powered toys made great presents for less than $10 each. Like the wheelie bug with a stick control to go left and right, forward and back. The high rider that climbs hills, even turns in reverse. The fire helmet with flashing light and siren. And this wireless microphone. Time to go to bed, kids. My personal favorite.
Battery-powered toys from $3.99 to $9.95. Only at Radio Shack.
So much death in retail. You're supposed to be all jolly and happy, and you're showing all this closed, dead, sad retail.
Yeah.
Well, you
So
did.
Radio Shack, J.C. Penney,
Oh,
Pier
God.
1. I loved Pier 1.
Oh, yeah. But they're
I
all
did too, but it was on the more expensive side for my blood.
Look what Christi does with her gingerbread house.
I like to put the decorated gingerbread house outside on Christmas Eve for the raccoons to
See, I'm trying to get rid of critters, not invite them over to think, oh, I'm going to get a gingerbread house each year. So you're going to have like 30 raccoons descend onto your house because they all think they want a gingerbread house.
Oh, my goodness.
Not here.
That's hysterical.
And nobody eats them.
Arnie.
No, nobody eats gingerbread houses. I know they think they do. That stuff is not edible.
All right.
No, it's not.
All right. We do have another craft segment. Sherry may be visiting for the holidays in another place, but she does have a craft to show us. So let's
have glue gun. We'll travel.
Let's do craft time with Sherry. Okay.
Tonight, we're going to do some last minute bows that you can make for your packages, but I wanted to show you a couple that I made yesterday. And the one I really wanted to show you is in a box too big to bring in. So you get second best of my choices. So this is one package that I did.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Is that embedded glitter or is that glitter?
So is that going to Alex?
This is for Alex. This one is for Alex.
Oh, that's
so if you want to put that one
that's
over there.
Okay.
The next one is Arnie's. And I'll give you a quick tutorial on how to do these ones, but I'm going to show you how to do some that are a bit simpler.
Oh, wow.
That's matchy paper.
I like that. It works really good with the paper.
Yeah, it does. I was very pleased with that. That ribbon is one of the newer ones that I got this year from Costco.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay, the first one I'm going to show you is not that difficult to do. I have taken 9 pieces of 2.5-inch ribbon. I'm going to have to move this way. So hold on, guys.
So, Michelle's saying, so then you have raccoons and possums. Obviously, someone's talking in the chat about this, but I know we have possums and raccoons in our neighborhood. We even have cows that we can hear mooing in the morning when the air is just right.
I've seen raccoons living in the drain systems in the sewers.
And to answer the question, yes, I did make my shirt. I made it a couple of years ago. Okay, I took 9 pieces of 2.5-inch ribbon, and I cut these at 12 inches each, and then I just dovetailed just one end of each of the ribbons. So what you're going to do is take the ribbon.
So one end.
Just one end. The flat end you're going to take and you're going to fold it over just below what would be the halfway point between here and here. Now, if you want, you can glue it. I don't, because I've done them enough that I don't have much of a problem with it. And I just fold it so it'll kind of stay in shape. I turn it over. I pinch it together. so that on the back you catch that raw edge.
Oh!
And then I just put it between my fingers like this to hold, and I go to the next one.
Sherry, Richard's asking, where's my Christmas present? Hey, it was me, so he was here, so I'm the present. Wow, did you see that? Let's Celebrate TV is just 25 people away, 25 subscribers from 10,000.
Oh, wow, that's
Only
a great
quarter
number.
there. They're much more sophisticated than we are.
You just
We're
do
not that
with,
cool.
With each of these.
So, you just keep doing the bundles, and then you
keep bundling it and holding it in between my fingers. Or if you want, you can always have a clothespin to hold them together.
She's not exactly ambidextrous, but it gets the job done.
Or can you have someone hold that for you?
You can, or you can use a bow maker. I didn't bring my small one. I brought one of my bigger ones that I'll show you how to use. And I've got 9. You don't need 9, but it works best with an odd number of ribbon pieces for this particular bow.
Why is that?
Just because when you fluff it out, you've got one kind of in the middle.
Oh. Yeah, Janie loves wired ribbon.
Yeah, wired ribbon is the way to go when you're doing things like this. You know what? I'm going to do it with 7, just for the sake of time.
Okay.
But what happens is it will turn out looking like this.
Really?
I did 7 ribbons with this one, so let me show you. So then what I do is I take a zip tie, and right where I pinched them all,
I pinch.
She doesn't have her zip tie cutter with her.
No, I didn't want to bring everything.
Yeah,
So.
no chance of injury there. So.
Well, I still have my scissors. There's always a chance.
Oh, so the zip tie, Sherry. Doug and I went to Lowe's over the weekend, and we were told that all of their Christmas decor was 75% off, including all the accessories and extension cords and things. We got to the cash register, and nothing was on sale other than the Christmas lights. So,
oh no!
I know the sign there in their little area. Either they just labeled everything wrong, but they just weren't discounting anything yet.
Okay, so this is what it looks like.
I'd be mad
when you zip tie it. So then what I do is I start pulling the tails out, making sure that they're all right side up.
And you make it look like a septopus.
Kind of.
What was the name of the septopus in Finding Dory?
Hank.
Thank you.
A septopus? I thought that was octo. It is, but if they only have 7 legs, it's a septopus.
And he was missing a leg.
Oh, was he the one that was from eBay? No, that was the starfish.
So this is what it looks like, and it really doesn't need to be perfect because it's all underneath the rest of the bow. So then what you do is you start fluffing out the loops. Just put your finger in and just start working them to open them up.
Okay, I just realized that with this craft, anyone can make a bow that looks nice like this. As long as they have zip ties that were supposed to
or pipe cleaners. Or floral ones.
Or pipe cleaners, yeah, but the zip ties were supposed to be on sale at Lowe's, but they weren't. No.
And if you're going to want to tie it onto like ribbon on a box, you can, before you close the zip tie, you can add a pipe cleaner to it before you tighten it up so that you would have a pipe cleaner right at the bottom.
Nice. Wow.
But she's definitely working it.
Matt, I would have normally done that too, but we were pressed for time at that moment. So
I just didn't care. It was not important. And they didn't look like they were interested. These poor people are overworked, underpaid, and they look sad. I don't need to hiss at them and say, I want this.
Okay, so there's your bow.
That's really cool.
So that's one way of making a bow. Another way
Meanwhile, she's just throwing it on the floor.
Another way is, this is a simpler one.
I like this ribbon.
Where you take, I need to get my
your tape measure?
Zip ties that fell.
Oh.
Okay, so for this one, I took two 14-inch pieces of this ribbon, and I just hot glued them together in the center here.
Oh, okay.
In advance.
In advance. I did these in advance, so I wouldn't have to do it here. Then I took two 1.5-inch wide ribbons and did the same thing with those. Cut them a little bit shorter. And then I cut a plain...
I think it's 16-inch length.
I think I cut it 16, and then this one was cut at about
a foot,
about 12 inches. So what you do is you take this loop, the seam side goes down in the middle, and you just scrunch it up. And again, you're going to hold it. And you do the same thing with this one. Scrunch it up. And then what I do is I don't put them on top of each other like this. I put them next to each other like this.
Okay.
And then I will put a zip tie around these two.
You go through a lot of zip ties.
I do. Actually, I'm going to use a pipe cleaner this time on this particular one, because then it all gets zip tied together.
Oh, okay.
So what I'll do is this. I'll just tie it together. And like I've said before, when you get ready to tie off a pipe cleaner, the easiest way to do it is to pull as tight as you can, and don't twist the pipe cleaner, but twist the ribbon.
Better leverage.
Yeah, you get a nice snug fit. Okay, so there's that. Hold on here. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing with the 1.5-inch.
Scrunch in the center.
Uh-huh.
Sherry Richards says these bows need fairy lights. Light up bows. Yeah.
And then these ones I will put on top of each other, because one is smaller than the other. And then...
Is this one you zip tie?
This I'll zip tie loosely, because I'm going to show you something else here. Actually, no, I can tighten it. I know what I'll do.
Oh, no, do it. No, do it this way. No, do it this way.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one... I'm going to separate the two tails of the pipe cleaner. So that they're back like that. And then for these, this one long one, I'm just going to dovetail the ends.
And the dovetail's cutting in a specific direction.
On the folded side at an angle to the finished side, so you have an edge like that.
Like an upside down chevron.
I'm going to do the same thing to the little 1.5 inch. Then I'm going to find the middle of both of them. And I'm going to put the little one on top of the wider one. And then I'm going to pinch it in the middle. And then I'm just going to fold it down on itself like this. So these are going to be the tails of the bow. And then I will use the pipe cleaner to put them together.
And you're turning the bow to get a tighter fit on the pipe cleaner.
And then you just move down this way. And then you just
hard to make a bow.
And then you just work your magic with it by, making them look forward. And then what I do is I'll do this after, but I'll take a piece of ribbon and I'll fold it on itself, glue it, and then I put it around here.
Oh, clever.
And I glue it. You don't see any of the wrapping. So this is what
bows.
Yeah, that's clever.
So what this bow would look like. And what you want to do with these ribbons is just kind of run it through your fingers, pulling it toward yourself so it kind of gets an arc on it. So they're not just plain.
Matt says, I'll take a dozen.
So that's one. Then I'm going to show you another easy one to do that I just recently learned how to do. You take a box like this.
And in this case, it is a box for Arnie from me.
Take some red velvet ribbon that is not, I'm probably cutting off more than I need, but
there's no wire involved.
There's no wire in this ribbon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the ribbon that I'm using. I'm going to find the center of what I cut.
Which is a lot longer than she should have cut.
Yeah,
Isn't it the Lexus commercial, the December to Remember, is their Christmas commercials?
Yes, the December to Remember.
Yes.
And I'm not sure how this ribbon is going to work with it because it's one-sided. I think it would
noticed, Christy, there was glitter everywhere.
With like satin ribbon. So what you do is you put it underneath, folded under the package, and then you're going to start bringing it down toward the top where you have your loop. I'm going to open it up this way. Then I'm going to take the tails, which I cut way too long, pull them through. And I'm going to put it close to the top. Actually, I'm just going to leave it plain like that. And then what you do is I've got to do it left-handed. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Now, did you see this on a Japanese site?
No.
Because I saw a bow maker in Japan making these like extravagant bows, and I'm like, okay, the Japanese are very efficient. They're so creative when it comes to these little. They have a 10-story stationery store in Tokyo.
Yeah. And what you have to do is with one-sided ribbon like this, you really have to work with it to make sure that you get the right side out. So there's one, and then you can double bow it by just
Taking the other tail.
tying a second one.
Yeah, tying a second bow.
Mark Langenkamp says the wrap is the gift.
That's what my kids always say.
And a parallel ribbon accent would look better on this box and be more dramatic. But of course, fairy lights would help that as well, Richard.
No, I want my box sitting there with a giant rotating light. A color wheel. And then the color wheel projects off of the bow and the package.
How hard is it to find a color wheel?
You can actually find them, and there's some people actually making them, because right now the ones you can get that are from the 60s.
Yeah.
They actually are fire hazard.
Yeah.
They do have new ones.
There are people out there that are replicating, so they're used with modern material and modern lighting, where the thing is not 10,000 degrees and won't catch on fire.
I don't know why, but this is reminding me of a package of Russell Stover chocolates.
Yeah. Is it Russell Stover or Whitman?
No, Russell Stover.
Okay, see, it needs to be on an angle then, if it's Russell Stover. You got chocolate that was made back in
This is what
February.
it's like. You just have the tails hanging down, and you've got like a double bow.
That's amazing. And you did it so quickly.
You could put pins on it. Like a lanyard.
So at any rate, that's another one. And
That's
I'll
cool.
just show you my my one tool, and I'll just do one last one. I had a couple, but I'm only going to do the one because we're running out of time.
Okay.
But this is called Pro Bow the Hand. It's just a wooden piece that has measurements on it, and you can put dowels in at different places and use it for different reasons. But what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to take this ribbon.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like that ribbon.
I'm going to make one single bow with it. So what I do is I put the spool of ribbon there on the end.
Maybe that will
And then I'm
fit
going
the
to
new
start
bow
working
on.
it over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by
Where did you get that ribbon, Sherry?
Costco.
Oh, really? I did not see that at Costco.
Okay, now these two dowels that are here have space in between them. So what I'm going to do is put the ribbon down in there, and I am going to have an 8-inch tail. So I'm measuring it out.
Or is it too dark?
To 8 inches.
Oh, no.
Then
Mantle wreath.
you turn the ribbon so you get the back side up. You can move your tail down. Now you don't need this. You can actually get a box or a little wooden crate, a piece of styrofoam, and dowels into it to use. You don't need to spend a lot of money for this. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the 5-inch mark. I'm going to press it down. And again, I'm going to turn it so that the wrong side is up.
So then you're going to loop it back with the right
And I'm
side
going to loop
up.
it back at 5 inches. Put it in. Turn it.
No, that's pretty funny. Christy says, Sherry, that bow maker looks like a Cracker Barrel tabletop game gone wrong.
So I'll do 4 at this length. And then the next two on either side. Then the next ones, I'm going to do just a tad shorter. By about like this. By about a finger's width.
Do you think that bow would look good on the mantle wreath? Or is it too dark?
It's a black background. I don't know. There's plenty for you to try.
I might want to see that because not that I do want to replace that bow.
We currently have a red bow on the wreath above the fireplace, but Doug is really liking this particular ribbon.
But will it die? It will look too dark.
You'll have to see.
Because we did that one and it really just melded in. This looks very elegant and really cool. So if you do have lifetime supply, I'll look at it and just what I'll do is I'll put it against it.
And it's a heavy ribbon. It's almost like a canvas.
Yeah, I want to definitely see if it works.
The Bowmatic by Ronco.
Oh,
I've got this one.
By 2 or 3. They really do make great Christmas gifts.
For a crafter, they do. Trust me.
Is it the same company that makes a bedazzler? You could bedazzle your bows.
I've got a big one that has, it's framed in an arch so that you make more of the big poofy type of wreaths. Bows. Okay, so that's 2 of that size, and I'm going to go down again a little bit more. Like I said, you don't have a professional. When I first learned how to make bows like this, I did it by hand. I held all of the ribbon, twisted it, held it by hand and twisted. And you know who taught me how to do that, Arnie?
I have no idea.
Barbara Bussey.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because she used to make all those bows for the weddings at church and things.
Yeah.
And she taught me how to make them. I can't tell you how many I helped her make when I was a teenager. I'm going to put it in the opposite way so that it will.
Okay, so how many layers are enough?
Well, that's what I'm going to find out here. That's 2. I want it to come back this way. And if you twist in opposite directions over every other one, it won't tangle up on you.
Ben, it's the Ronco Bowmatic, just bow and go. Reminds me of Legally Blonde, just bend and snap.
Oh, God, that's a great movie.
Okay, I'm going to do just a couple more.
Available at Woolworths, Rite Aid, CVS, and other fine retailers.
Oh, the retailers also, as I've seen it on TV.
And you always want to make sure that you've got both edges up. Otherwise, they will get kind of lost.
That's a lot of ribbon now.
That's what I'm saying.
But I like that color.
Yeah, I like the black velvet. I don't know if it will get missed.
Well, it's not velvet.
It looks like black velvet.
It's not.
Is it canvasy?
Yeah, it's very canvasy.
Oh my gosh, to me it looks like black velvet. But I just want to hold the ribbon up into the wreath on the mantle and see if it dies or not. If it works, then
we'll see if this is going to be enough. And then what I'm going to do is cut this at 8 inches. I'll dovetail this one too. And then I will get I'll lift it up a little bit.
Just to get the little tie under?
And I will join it just a tad. I will pull it out. I'll move that over. You can actually put that on the floor if you want, Ben. And see how it's got it's hard to see, but it's got an indentation there.
Yeah.
Indentation. So what I do is move the zip tie into that, and then I will just tighten it as tight as I can. This is where that gun comes in handy for cutting.
Yeah, but you don't need to snip your finger this time.
So then I'll
Nothing
just
like
take
spending the
tails out.
holidays in the emergency room.
I know, right? I'll take the tails like this.
We've done that.
Oh, I've done that too. We've had family members and.
Yeah.
And then I just start pulling them apart.
Oh, start faffing with the bow to fluff it up.
Yep.
What you really need is the Ronco smokeless ashtray and record vacuum.
The zip tie gun has not been exiled.
I just didn't bring it.
Yeah, Sherry did not bring the zip tie gun with her.
Both of our cars were packed on the way up, so
Our car looked like Santa's sleigh. Holy moly, was it packed.
Richard's comment about the smokeless ashtray. I remember being sent out. I was working as a gopher in a law firm the summer of 1985. And I remember being sent out to the local hardware store to buy smokeless ashtrays so that 2 specific secretaries could smoke in the office. Oh, you gotta love the 80s.
no, you don't. Not for that, Matt. Not for that fact.
So I'm fooling around with it to make sure that it gets to where I want it. Just a little bit until I get it onto the package, and then I will do more faffing with it. But
how heavy is that bow?
You tell me.
It's not that heavy.
And then
Oh, I was gonna say present it.
No, get me the ribbon because I'm not done yet. I'm going to show you one other thing. I don't know if I've shown you this or not. Have I shown you how to put the ribbon on so that it doesn't have the
present will lay flat.
It'll lay flat. It doesn't have the twisted bump on the back.
Oh, wow.
So what I do is I'll put it like this. I'll bring this tail around. I'm going to need a little bit more of this. And then I will, yeah, that's right. Then I will, got to get this right because I never remember which direct. There we go. So then I will twist it here like this in the middle, and this is the front of the package, okay?
Oh.
And then I will bring the ribbon around the back. So that it looks like this on the back. It'll lay flat. I'll cut a length from there. Okay, now that can go away.
Okay.
And then I tie a knot by putting this one that I just brought in from the back underneath what I had done already.
Hi, Donna.
I will tie a knot, and this does not need to look pretty at all.
Because it's getting covered.
Because it's getting covered, it's getting trimmed down to next to nothing like this. This.
So it does look gathered in the front, so the back is flat, and then you put the bow in the center.
Yeah, but I
Now,
forgot
do you
to
use
put the
pipe cleaners or something
I
to tie
forgot-
it to it?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah, I forgot to put the pipe cleaner in there, so I'm going to have to do it this way. I'm just going to put a pipe cleaner to cover up that.
Good
twist.
Both.
Good question. Sherry, are you faffing or zhuzhing?
I faff.
Zhuzhing would be improving the situation. Faffing is just getting it into position.
It's called, the technical crafting term for it is actually breaking the bow when you start taking it apart and fluffing it out.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's called. It's called breaking the bow.
Okay, the bow is bigger than the package.
No, it's not. So let me get this.
So it's called breaking the bow.
PTV Live Holiday Edition is not the only.
There we go.
Click more buttons. And you know, I do not like s'mores. I know that's controversial for some. I'm not a real big s'more fan. But I found some adult savory s'mores. Where you take brie, you get it, you put it under a fire, it gets kind of melty, and you smoosh it between some crackers and like some prosciutto, and you eat it outside. So I'm more into the adult savory s'mores.
Yeah.
So Tris gets a set of graham crackers.
Or crostini.
Yeah, they do a crostini, and they put a little piece of fig, some prosciutto, and some melted brie from a campfire, and they smash it between two pieces of crispy toasty crostini. Oh god, that looked amazing.
Pete's with you. He does not like s'mores.
I don't mind marshmallows, love graham crackers, and by chocolate, I'm fussy. But I don't like that combination, and I just don't like it on fire.
Well, if you don't like eating s'mores, you can actually use fake s'mores in the form of a 3D print job as coasters, as featured on Jeremy's Lego Log Builds Etsy.
Oh, you know what? That's a nice looking s'more that he puts together too.
Yeah.
He just did a little gnome.
I saw that.
Thing.
Yeah. But his wife likes gnomes.
He does too.
Because she does.
Yeah.
He likes cats.
So
he
that's
likes
what
Kiki.
Okay, yeah, present us. There we go.
Nice.
I love it.
But like I said, you don't need that particular tool. You can just do 2 dowels with styrofoam, piece of foam, and just glue them in place. And then you've got a bow maker. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way where you're just holding it all together, twisting, bringing it down, making the loop, twisting, making the loop. That's a pain in the neck. So at any rate, that's... Next year, I'll show you how to do another one that takes multiple ribbons. Yeah, I don't know if I can take a picture of that one real quick and show it or not. I'll be right back. Let me try something for you guys.
Tell you what.
We'll post it.
We'll post it on
We'll
Instagram.
post it on the socials.
We'll post it on Instagram and on Blue Sky. Of course, because it goes to Instagram, it'll probably feed automatically to Threads and to Facebook. So
it's made basically the same way as this, except you use multiple different ribbons and you do 2 loops on one side, 1 loop on the other. And then the second ribbon that you use is 2 loops on the opposite side with 1 loop on the other. and you've got a bunch of different tales. So I'll
Love
post a
it.
picture.
Thank you. Well, everyone, it is 2 days until Christmas. I cannot believe that it's finally here.
Christmas
We've been
2024.
We've been doing our countdown to Christmas
Since July.
Officially since Labor Day.
But it comes so fast.
It's here, and we will begin Christmastide on Wednesday. For 12 days, Christmas. And it will end with Epiphany on January 6th. On January 7th, the forest starts to come down.
Slowly.
I want it done quickly.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your Monday before Christmas, no less, to spend with us here on PTV Live. We're very excited about this. We will be broadcasting a Christmas tree forest video for you, showing different aspects of it. The Moment of Groovy will show you a sample of what's to come. It'll be released on Christmas Day. Ben, you're not doing Life with Ben this week. You're taking the week off?
No, our Christmas tree forest video will be in lieu of an episode of Life with Ben.
Yep. Wonderful. Be paying attention. If you have not yet hit the bell for our channel, please do so. That way you'll know when our videos go live on the channel, and also when we happen to go live here on Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, but keep Christy in your prayers. She works Christmas Eve at Hallmark tomorrow.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, dear.
You know, it's all about being Christmas Eve at Toys R Us when it was alive. I
did Christmas Eve one year at Liberty House.
Oh, my goodness.
And store closed at 4:30, and we were still checking customers out at 6:30.
Dear.
I don't remember the hour that I finished working on Christmas Eve at Macy's, but my check came with a pink slip.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, you were seasonal, right?
Yeah. I was just out of high school.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Long time ago.
Yes. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays in general.
Yeah, Hanukkah starts also in Christmas, so it's cool. I mean, all kinds of holidays coming up.
And just stay safe out there.
Yes. Please stay safe, and we will see you next Monday night for a wrap-up show of 2024. Hopefully we'll have some surprises for you, and I think you'll like some of them. Everyone, thank you so much. Have a magical evening. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
And you've been watching Pepper Tree Villa PTV Live Holiday Edition.
Enjoy the video.
Enjoy the Moment of Groove, everyone. Good night.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
PTV Live Holiday Edition has been brought to you by our patrons. Kristin Kohs at the Sanctuary in Pleasant Hill, California. Gene G. Jr. Christi Turner. CandyMom 15. On the Porch with Todd and Ken. Matt and Tyler. Bay Area Doors. Chili Willy's Smokehouse Barbecue. Let's Celebrate TV. And the Orlando Guy.